This is an example of the type of questions that you might see in an exam. All right. Now, you could, well, I recommend you to pause the video and make an attempt at it. But note that it's going to be a lot of work. All right. Going to be quite a bit of work. Now, if you do that, I had worked it out already, but if you make an attempt at it, you should get 2 lines for the envelopes. Y is equal to x plus square root of 2, and y is equal to x minus square root of 2. Alright? So go ahead and try. Pause the video, write down everything, then you can stop the video, work it out, and see what you get. Okay, have you finished? Welcome back. So you made an attempt at it. Now, if you got stuck anywhere, had any difficulty, you can watch this entire video and then try again without looking back at this video. Make sure that you're able to work it out completely by yourself, so that if you see it in an exam, you can work it out. All right? So let's see. Step 1. We're going to rewrite as f of x and y and the parameter b equals 0. It's up to 1 parameter. You could probably have 2 parameters since it's a circle, but it's 1 parameter, it's just b. Alright? So you have x minus b squared plus y minus b squared minus 1 equals 0. Now the next step, differentiate with respect to our parameter b. Alright? So now here you're going to use the chain rule. Now if you have been practicing the chain rule, you could do it mentally, but just aside here, just in case, remember, if you have, for example, y is equal to x to a number, some number, we're going to use our constant a minus x all squared, right? And you're finding dy by dx. You can say let u be equal to a minus x, so that du by dx would be -1, and y is equal to u squared, so dy by du is equal to 2u, so dy by dx would be, and you would have dy by du times du by dx equal dy by du is 2u times du by dx is -1, and then this would be -2u, which is -2 times a minus x squared. Alright? Just in case you didn't remember. Alright? So here, the mental way to do it. You're finding delta of the function by delta b equal. Mentally, you have the inside function, which we had called u, and the outside function, which is u squared. This is all of this, the inside function squared, so it's going to be 2 times x minus b. That's the inside function, right? Oh, I made a mistake here. No, it's 2u. So it's 2u. Why did I put this square here? There is no square. It's negative 2 that. Right. You probably have spotted that mistake. It's 2u times negative 1, which is negative 2u. And u is equal to a minus x. Right? So yeah, the u is equal to a minus x. My eyes glanced up at here for a minute, for a moment. That's why I put this square, but this square is not supposed to be there. Alright, we'll clear that up. So here now, back to this. It's 2x minus b times the derivative of the inside function with respect to b. When you differentiate negative b with respect to itself, you get negative 1. So it's times negative 1, right? Plus, same argument applies here. You differentiate the inside function. The outside function is this squared. You differentiate the outside function, so it's 2 times that, which is y minus b, times the derivative of the inside function with respect to b. You differentiate y minus b with respect to b, so you have negative 1. Alright? Minus, when you differentiate 1, you get 0, equal, differentiate 0, you get 0. Alright? This was just an aside explanation. Let's erase it. Alright. So what we have then? Negative 1 by 2 is negative 2 x minus b minus 2 y minus b equals 0. So that's what we have. Let's expand the bracket. We're going to have negative 2x plus 2b minus 2y plus 2b equals 0. You see that? Make sure you're following up. Now, let's put these things together. Negative 2x, let's put the 2y there, minus 2y. And we see that plus 2b, positive 2b plus 2b is going to be 4b. So we say plus 4b equals 0. Alright? Let's factorize here. Factor out the negative 2. Negative 2 x minus, no, x plus y it would be. It would be x plus y plus 4b equals 0. Alright. Now remember, we want to make b the subject so that we can substitute. Alright? We have it simplified here. Now remember, we already looked at step 1. Write f of x, p, and y equals 0. Step 2, we differentiated with respect to the parameter. Step 3, we're going to solve simultaneously. Alright? So here, what we can do is make b the subject and then substitute in the original function. Right? So in solving simultaneously, make b the subject, then use substitution. So if we say b is equal to this and that and the other x and y, and we could put that with the x and y here. So we would have gotten rid of b, the parameter. Alright? Now here, to make b the subject. Suppose you add this, the negative 2 x plus y to both sides. We'd have 4b is equal to 2 x plus y. Alright? Divide by 4. You have b is equal to 2 x plus y over 4. 2 into 2, 1. So we have x plus y over 2. So b is equal to x plus y over 2. Alright? Now, We substitute into this. X minus b squared plus y minus b squared equal 1. So we substitute into x minus b squared plus y minus b squared equals 1. Alright? So when you do that, what we have is x minus x plus y over 2, all of that squared, plus y minus x plus y over 2, all of that squared, is equal to 1. Alright? Alright. It's going to be cumbersome if we square it as it is. So we see if we can simplify what is inside the bracket. What you can do, draw the line and find the LCM, or you can use common denominators. I want to use common denominators. I have x. Let me write it in another line. This is x over 1 minus. Now here we can separate this. Remember, this would be minus x over 2. And then here is not plus y over 2, you know. It's going to be minus y over 2. Because it's like we have this in a bracket. And it's like this is negative 1 times what is in the bracket. So the negative 1 will make each item in the bracket negative. So you have to be careful here. Alright? Now, this is x over 1 minus x over 2 minus y over 2 all squared. But this x over 1, we want common denominators, so we multiply the top by 2 and the bottom by 2. So what we have is 2x over 2. 2x over 2, right? And then plus, the same thing would happen here. Would be y over 1 minus x over 2 plus y over 2 all squared equals 1. But this would be 2y over 2, right? It's 2y over 2. Now, look at this. 2x over 2 minus 1x over 2 leave it with 1x over 2. So it's simplified. There is x over 2 minus y over 2 all squared plus. And then you have 2y over 2 plus 1y over 2. Oh, my. That same thing I told you about earlier. I made that mistake. It's going to be a minus. Right, you have to be careful. This, the minus, will change the sign of each item in the bracket. Because like a bracket is multiplied by minus 1. There's a minus. So you have 2y over 2 minus 1y over 2 will leave you with 1y over 2. And then minus x over 2 squared equals 1. Alright? So you see that? Now, as I said before, if you wanted to, if you feel more comfortable working with it, you could say x minus 1 minus x plus 1 over 2. You draw the line and find the LCM. The LCM is 2. 1 into 2 goes 2 times. 2 times x is 2x minus 2 into 2 goes 1 time. 1 time x minus y. X plus 1 is x plus 1. Then you open the bracket. 2x minus x minus 1 over 2. That would give you 2x over 2 minus x over 2 minus 1 over 2. We have 2x over 2 minus 1x over 2. So, y is y. Why is I say 1? I spoiled it, you know. Let me go over it. Why did I put 1 there? It's x plus y. Alright, so draw the line and find the LCM. 1 into 2 goes 2 times. 2 times x is 2x, and you have the 2x here, minus 2 into 2 goes 1 time x plus y, going to be x plus y. You have to put the bracket there, be careful. So you have 2x minus x minus y all over 2. But 2x minus x is 1x. So it's x minus y over 2. So this is x over 2 minus y over 2. Alright? All of that squared. So you could do that if you feel more comfortable working it out that way. But let's go back to our problem here. However you did it, you end up here. So what do you do? Alright. It is all squared, so let's rewrite it out. X over 2 minus y over 2 times x over 2 minus y over 2 plus y over 2 minus x over 2 y over 2 minus x over 2, right, equals 1. Okay. So now, let's multiply them out. X over 2 times x over 2 give you x squared over 4. X over 2 times y, negative y over 2 is going to be minus xy over 4. Then negative y over 2 by x over 2 is going to be minus xy over 4. And negative x over 2 times, no, negative y over 2 times negative y over 2 will be positive y squared over 4. Alright? Plus this one now, y over 2 by y over 2 gives you y squared over 4. And y over 2 times negative x over 2 gives you minus xy over 4. Negative x over 2 plus time y over 2 give you negative xy over 4. Negative x over 2 times negative x over 2 is positive x squared over 4 equals 1. Alright. So you already see the amount of work that you have to do, and this will carry a lot of marks, you know. Quite a bit of mark due to the amount of work. And you see that when we did it in earlier videos with the straight line and the quadratic, those didn't have anywhere near the amount of work that we're doing now. So yeah, I wouldn't really put those in like a final exam unless it's a small amount of mark or is put with this as part of the question. Alright? But this would definitely be a kind of question that I would put in a final exam. Alright, so let's continue. So we have x squared over 4 minus xy over 4 minus xy over 4 give a minus 2 xy over 4 plus y squared over 4 plus this y squared over 4 negative xy over 4 minus xy over 4 is negative 2 xy over 4 plus x squared over 4 equals 1. Let's see something now. We have an x squared over 4 plus x squared over 4. This gives us 2x squared over 4 negative 2xy over 4 minus 2xy over 4 gives us a negative 4xy over 4. And we have x squared over 4, no, y squared over 4 I mean, plus y squared over 4 plus 2y squared over 4 equals 1. Alright? Suppose we multiply everything by 4. We get 2x squared minus 4xy plus 2y squared equals 4. Because we multiplied by 4. We run out of scrolling space. Let's continue. So this is, suppose we divide everything by 2 now. We'll get x squared minus 2xy plus y squared equals 2. Alright, so we get that. Now, this could be interpreted as a quadratic equation. The left hand side, let's consider the left hand side alone. You could interpret it as a quadratic expression involving y or x. Let's consider it a quadratic expression involving x. We run out of scrolling space, so let's continue the work. On the other side, let's draw a line to part our board. Continue the work over here. Alright, so what we have? X squared minus 2xy plus y squared equals 2. X squared minus 2xy plus y squared equals 2. Alright, remember the AC method. Let's use the AC method. We have x squared minus 2y x, let's write it like that, plus y squared is equal. Alright, let's not consider the equal to. Let's concentrate on the left hand side alone, where factorize the left hand side. Alright, let's factorize the left hand side. Alright, so here we're going to find two numbers that multiply. When they multiply, they give us y squared. Just a reminder, you have ax squared plus bx plus c. You must find two numbers that multiply to give c and they add to give b. Then you're going to split the bx into one number x plus the next number x and factorize in groups. You remember that from the AC method? Alright, so let's find two numbers that multiply to give c, because c would be like our y squared. It's a quadratic expression in x, so everything else is constant, so consider c as a constant for now. Multiply, you get AC. Oh, my mistake. Multiply to get AC. Now add to give B. Right. It's A times C. It's the AC method. You find two numbers that you multiply to give AC and you add to give B. So you find two numbers that you multiply to get 1 by y squared, which is y squared. Right? And you add them. When you add them, you get, well, in this case, our b is negative 2y. Remember, the negative 2y, x can be written as plus negative 2y times x. Remember that, right? What are those two numbers? And remember, we consider y as a number for now. Well, if we try y and y multiply to give y squared. The problem is they add to give 2y, not negative 2y. So let's try negative y and negative y. Negative y times negative y is equal to positive y squared. And negative y plus negative y, negative 2y. Alright, so negative y and negative y are the two numbers. So we have x squared minus y times x minus y times x plus y squared. Don't forget about the right hand side. We'll soon come back to it. We're just factorizing the left hand side. Factorizing groups now. X outside the bracket. Inside the bracket you have x minus y. And then here is going to be negative y outside the bracket. Inside the bracket Negative y times what gives you negative yx is x. Negative y times this will give you y squared, positive y squared. It must be negative y. And you see that we have the same things inside the bracket, so we're on the right track. So if you factor out x minus y, you get x minus y bracket, and then x minus y times this will give you x times x minus y is going to be x. Then x minus y times this is going to be negative yx, so it's going to be minus y. So this is what you get on the left hand side. Alright. Now we can write back both sides. Oh, by the way, hold on. This is the same as x minus y squared. Nice. Put it even in a more compact way. So it's x minus y squared. The left hand side is x minus y squared. Let us write it below, because we don't want to seem as if we're going on two sides. It's x minus y squared. Nice. This is the left hand side alone. Let's put back the right hand side now with it. So it's x minus y squared equals 2. Good. Now what do we do? What we can do here is find, we run out of scrolling space again, so let's do this. Square root both sides. So we have x minus y is equal to positive and negative square root of 2. So negative y is equal to positive and negative square root of 2 minus x. If we multiply both sides by negative 1, then y is equal to negative and positive. Negative and positive would switch, square root of 2 plus x. Right? So y is equal to x. Well, it doesn't matter which, if you put the positive at the top and the negative at the bottom, or the negative at the top or the positive at the bottom, is x plus or minus the square root of 2. So y is equal to x plus square root of 2, and y is equal to x minus square root of 2. Alright? Good. So the thing is, this here is the envelope, but it can be compact to become this. Alright? So if I want you to work it out fully, I will give you the question and say, show that the envelope is y is equal to x plus or minus the square root of 2. And you would get a lot of marks for that. Alright, so if you didn't do it before, I want you to write this question down again. Stop the video, go by yourself and work it out fully by yourself until you get it right. Alright? Write down all the steps, go back to the video, write down all the steps in your notebook. Alright? Write them down and pause at each point and write them down and try it by yourself. Make sure you get it correct. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video.